shootouts in his body drop. And like that shit was really fun.
My bad. What's that? It's Jorge again. Yeah, it's like 2 in the morning. I was trying to do the other one, but I fucked up. You know what I mean? I feel like I was unhearable. You know what I mean? Whatever the fuck that means. So, there's another story. You know what I mean? Like I said, I just try and be mind my own business throughout the workplace, throughout the day. You know what I mean? I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't give a fuck at the end of the day. I just want to try and do this, try and make my money, and go home. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck about all this extra shit, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Nothing. You know what I mean? So, that being said, this one chick one time, and I got along with her pretty well, you know what I mean? I saw her around. I worked with her for like a year, but I never talked to her. You know what I mean? I was just like, if anything, I was just like, hey. That was the end of it, you know what I mean? And then, yeah, like I said, I worked with her for a year, and fucking, out of nowhere, but I remember she's like, you want to be my girlfriend? I was like, okay, at first instinct, I'm like, what the fuck? Who is this bitch? You think you tell me that she wants to be my girlfriend? First of all, I don't even want to be my own boyfriend, so fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck is this bitch? You know what I mean? Who the fuck is this bitch really trying to tell me? But like, I'm like, no. You know what I mean? On the outside, I'm just like, no. And she's like, oh, and then walks away. And I was just like, alright. And apparently, and she knows one of our mutual friends. You know what I mean? I should say. So, I started talking to my friend, and she was like, and she was talking to her, you know, and she's like, yeah, I don't get it, you know. But I kind of got along with her, you know what I mean? I thought she was weird for saying that shit, you know what I mean? Some weird, like, white people shit, you know what I mean? Like, that almost overly open at first type shit, you know what I mean? Like, bitch, I don't want to hear your life story right now. I just met you. I just said hi. It's like 7 a.m., bitch. You know what I mean? But, whatever. And, hold on, what am I saying? Fucking. She had the audacity, you know what I mean? But she had the audacity to do so. But I'm like, alright. But but from talking to her from just that day, I should say, she was kind of cool. You know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, bro. I don't know. She weird. You know what I mean? I get it. I'm weird too. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to be a friend. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of going along, and I think she's kind of cute. She's kind of cute at the end of the day. But nah. But I started talking to my mutual friend, and she's like, and we started talking, like, with her, through her, I guess, and we started hanging out, I mean, like, by ourselves, you know what I mean? And she was pretty cool, like I said, you know what I mean? And my dumb ass, I started to catch feelings, you know what I mean? So, one time, I was like, we were, like, in her car or whatever, outside our apartment, it was dark and high-key. I was trying to, like, I feel like I was trying to simp, you know what I mean, if anything, bro. You know what I mean? I was trying to, like, I'm very much simp, but, like, if I'm a simp for you, I'm a simp for you. You know what I mean? I'm very choosy for who I simp for, I feel like. You know what I mean? That's end of the day shit. Bruh, this shit smells really good. We were in the car, it was dark, we're in my apartment. What was I saying? I feel like all the aesthetics were right. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The light was literally shining on us, in a sense. You know what I mean? And, yeah, I asked her to be my girlfriend, bruh. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm trying to be nice, you know what I mean? I'm a dick a lot of the time, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I try, I guess, but she's like, no, I don't think I'm ready, you know? Not I don't think I'm ready, but she's like, no, I just got out of a relationship, I can't. And she just did get a relationship not so long ago, I guess, you know what I mean? Like 4 months. Is that long? I don't know. I don't know, it took me about 2 years, you know what I mean, for my last one, so I feel. But, I mean, I get it, I guess, you know what I mean, she was just trying to look for a friend, and I was kind of a little heartbroken, or whatever, you know what I mean, because I was obviously hoping for something, you know what I mean, in return, you know what I mean. Not, I wasn't expecting, like, top or anything, I guess, you know what I mean, and for like a week after that, we didn't necessarily talk or do anything like that, but I saw her work again, and she was just kind of normal, I guess. And, you know, I was crushed, but I just had to move on. But I just had to make sure she wanted friends, right? So, I just had to make sure we were just friends, you know what I mean? So, I'm like, alright, whatever, you know what I mean? She's cool, like, this bitch cool, I guess, you know what I mean? Whatever. So, I could start talking to her and shit, but, you know what I mean? So we keep talking after like that week or whatever, you know what I mean? And it's like going normal, I guess, at work. Like we're not hanging outside of work like anymore. Like after that, I should say, we didn't hang out until like another time. But I get that later. But we were hanging out. We were just talking at work, you know what I mean? Conversating, trying to like, you know, hey, hi, how's it going? All that type of other shit, you know what I mean? All that bullshit, you know what I mean? That I frankly don't give a fuck about, you know? I hate all kinds of alcohol. We were just conversating, I guess, you know what I mean? We were just getting along. And then, like, I forgot how long later afterwards, but, she, she had my phone number, right? And I don't know where I'm leaving for work, right? And she's still like, and we're both kind of leaving for work, both getting ready, and I'm leaving right on the way out or whatever. And she's like, she texts me, she's like, hey, don't make this weird. I'm like, what? And then she proceeds to send me like a whole, like, not necessarily a laundry list, but like, you know what I mean, a good amount of nudes, bruh. You know what I mean? So I was like, what the? So I was like, what the fuck, bitch? I see your titties, bruh. You better put that shit away, high key. Before I become a pedo, you know what I mean? But she's just like, don't make it weird, and she wanted me to start selling her nudes, bruh. You know what I mean? And we talked about this before, not necessarily about in depth, I should say, but we talked about, you know what I mean, how she's hot and like, you know what I mean, she make money off her body or type shit, you know what I mean? Not like, yeah, like I said, not as in depth, but you know what I mean? But she sent it to me, so I'm like, oh shit, okay. So I'm just like, alright. So I try and post that shit on Instagram, Reddit, all the whatever. You know what I mean? Just trying to get people to, trying to get horny motherfuckers to give me money. You know what I mean? And we had a deal where it was like 50-50. I did high key kind of split it 60-40. You know what I mean? Just because I was doing all the work, she just sat there, looked pretty type shit. You know what I mean? Like, but whatever. You know what I mean? I was previously wearing different panties in each one, bruh. That's how I know they're previously taken. But yeah, I sold her nudes for a bit, bro, and it was not necessarily, I don't think it was weird, but it was just like, it was a point where I don't think she was able to make eye contact with me. You know what I mean? Like, I try and make eye contact with people because I want to be able to like talk. If I'm talking to you, I want to be able to reciprocate. I mean, it's also for me too because I'm also a little stupid. I feel like, you know what I mean. It just takes me a bit to like get everything inside my head. You know what I mean? Comprehend and everything, all that kind of shit. But it was just not necessarily weird, but like it was a little off. You know what I mean? Afterwards, and I remember one time we were at she asked me to hang out out of nowhere right after work, right? This one time, like I want to say it was a little bit afterwards. This, you know what I mean? Like a couple days, but I don't want to be. I'm not 100% too sure. It was like a year ago. You know what I mean? So I don't want to be like too hard on the facts. I just want to give you my feelings, if anything. But it was like a couple days after she hits me up. She's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing. I don't do shit. Obviously, you know what I mean. The fuck." You know? But she's like, "Hey, you want to hang out?" I'm like, "Yeah." She comes picks me up. You know what I mean? And we go. I don't know. We just hang out for the day, and it was cool, bro. It was chill. You know what I mean? It was weird, bro. I never felt like a regular person until, you know what I mean. And not necessarily I was with her, but like, you know what I mean, until I was like hanging out with her, just like in public, you know what I mean, just going about my day. I should say. I never necessarily feel like a regular person. I always feel like just like I don't know. I always feel like I stand out and shit. You know what I mean? And that's weird, not in a bad way or anything like that. It's just because I feel like it's just I always draw unnecessary eyes for just how I hold myself or just how I perceive myself or shit like that, you know? But it's whatever, you know what I mean? So I'm like, fuck it, you know what I mean? This bitch, you know what I mean? But I'm lonely. I'm like, so I'm trying to be a friend, so I'm like, yeah, let's hang out, fuck it. So we're going around grocery stores, I don't know, going to fucking antique shops or some shit, you know what I mean? Hipster shit I never normally do, you know what I mean? At least by myself, or unironically, you know what I mean? At the end of the day or whatever, we're done, we went back to her place, right? We're going, yeah, we ended up at her place. I just started cooking dinner. White Tahoe cookies. Boom. You know what I mean? Fuck out of here. I just started cooking dinner at her place. I cut my finger there. That's some side note. You know what I mean? And we're just hanging out, blah blah blah. And yeah, Yeah, we're just hanging out. We're chilling, bro. I don't know, bro. Whenever I say shit like that, it's just usually my kind of small talk or just stupid shit. You know what I mean? Not necessarily stupid shit, but like, you know what I mean? And yeah, small talk. You know what I mean? In a sense, but yeah, we're just hanging out, and out of nowhere, it is not necessarily got quiet, but like it was just kind of silent beforehand. You know what I mean? I remember I was turning around, and I turned around. I'm like, what? Because I remember she heard something, and she's like, out of nowhere, bro. She's like, I need some dick. I'm like, in my head, bro, in my confusing ass head, bro. I was like, what? This bitch. Not too long ago, she's like, I don't want, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm just your friend, bitch. I don't know, blah, 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 whatever. I mean, in my head, I'm running, bruh. You know what I mean, bruh? And like out loud, I'm just like, you asking or are you telling? You know what I mean? So I'm like, but like, man, I'm like, what the fuck is this bitch? You know what I mean? But she's like, she's like, just stop. I'm like, yeah, you right. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But I'm just like, what the fuck is this bitch? Well, so what does this bitch really want? I'm not hiking, not trying to pimp her out. This long, you know? I don't get it, bruh. I'm just like, what is this? My bad, I'm really high. I'm just like, what the fuck is this bitch want now? You know what I mean, bruh? Like, I was just trying to be a friend. I don't know, and now she's asking me for dick. I'm not trying to do all that hikey. I'm tired, ma'am. You know what I mean? It's hard, bruh. That's why broke dudes get more dick, right? They got more time on their hand and they just be fucking. I'm sorry, I can't, bruh. I'm too busy. I want to be able to put my kids in college because I couldn't. You know what I mean? So fuck you. You know what I mean? But that's just, like I said, man, that's just me. And I was just like confused after that, you know? I'm just like, I don't understand it, bro. We were just hanging out afterwards, and it just got a little awkward. Like, we obviously got distant on the couch. I'm not like, you know what I mean? I don't try and do shit, you know what I mean? I'm just like, this bitch weird. I don't get it, bro. Like, if you want just something, just be upfront. I feel like I try and be upfront with my actions, you know what I mean, and my feelings, you know. I don't want to say I don't want to lie. I don't want to say I don't want to lie, cause I do be lying sometimes, but I don't want, you know what I mean. I don't want to put off impersonation that's not necessarily me, you know. So I was just like, what the fuck does this bitch want? You know what I mean? I'm just confused the entire time. It was like an hour of just watching some weird fucking show on HBO or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, what the fuck? So I'm just like, yeah, bro. And she takes me home, thankfully. Because I'm a broke dude. I didn't have a car at the time. Damn. I really was a broke dude. I didn't have a car at the time. I could have done both. I could have fucked. But, nah, bro. I can't, bro. It's too much. It would hurt me as a person, but I feel like if I fucked. Shit just got weird after that, you know what I mean? She just stopped hitting me up. She hit me up once. She was like, hey, she talked to me. She's like, hey, so I'm free Tuesday. You want to go get a movie? So I'm like, yeah, sure. Fuck it, I'm free. You know what I mean? And then I hit her up Tuesday. I'm like, hey, so you still up? Tuesday morning or whatever. I'm like, hey, you still up for later tonight or whatever? She's like, oh, you should have texted me yesterday. I forgot. Or whatever. So I'm like, alright. And then eventually I'm just like, dude. I just stopped, bro. I was just like, cut her off. I felt like I had to cut her off, bro. I'm like, alright, bro. It's cool. Just go back to, you know what I mean? Like how you was a year ago. Just not talking to me. You know what I mean? I feel like you see me doing pretty fine after that. Just go back to how you were, you know what I mean, 4 months ago, bro. But yeah, afterwards she was just like, the last time we talked or whatever. I forgot what she said. all of what she said, but high key, the one thing that kind of stuck with me, she was like, yeah, I just kind of rotate friends a lot. And she said that with like almost no remorse, I should say. You know what I mean? It was kind of weird. I was just like, so rotate me out. There you go. You know what I mean? And then it was weird. After a while, she just kept trying to say hey to me and all that kind of shit. I'm just like, don't. What was I saying? But yeah, she just kept on trying to say like hey to me, yeah, all that kind of shit, bruh. You know what I mean? Just like afterwards, I was just like, just don't. You know what I mean? Just kind of just go about your business. You know what I mean? Please. You know what I mean? And it is what it was. Like a while afterwards, bro. Like later in the like we hadn't talked since like what, like I don't know, bro. Like I'm gonna just say late last year, not Christmas yet, all that kind of shit. It was like way before that. You know what I mean? But like it was like late last year. You know what I mean? And then later, like this year, she randomly just like popped up to me and she's like, "Hey, so when we get our pension money, can I buy back our friendship?" I'm like, "Damn, bro, this bitch is really trying to fucking." I high key should have took the money, bro. I high key should have took the money and ran. Fuck, missed opportunity, bro. But nah, bro. I said nah, bro. Fuck out of here. Obviously my pride is better later, but I could have took the money. Oh well. Yeah, hopefully this is a little insight, I guess, of just like, and that happened, I'm gonna say in like a 4-month span, so. My lungs hurt, bro.